I made a video before calling out all of those who were just following orders and they knew they were doing the wrong thing. But maybe I need to correct myself actually. Let's have a little play of
Anybody
this.
on the investigation thought the unthinkable, really.
I couldn't believe that a nurse could potentially be involved.
Surely there's some other explanation for it, and you hope there is, don't you?
You're knocking on the door and you're turning their life back upside down again. They've already gone through the bereavement of saying goodbye to their lost child, and then you're knocking on the door and telling them, well, somebody's responsible for your baby not being here anymore.
It was really important that every single baby was covered in as much detail as possible, because that's what they deserve. They deserve for us to have completely covered their case.
The potential ramifications of saying publicly, because the arrest would become public, that we have a child serial killer. So that is not something that you want to get wrong.
There's a saying, never attribute to malice what could be so easily attributed to stupidity. And I really think that part of the recruitment process for Operation Hummingbird involved a full frontal lobotomy. They are thick as shit. It's remarkable. But then again, they do say ignorance is no defence. I want to talk about something else actually. In 1980 and 1982, it was illegal in Scotland and Northern Ireland to be homosexual, respectively. So you find elderly gentlemen, octogenarians, nonagenarians, are generally going to be fairly homophobic, and it's not really their fault when, as they were growing up, it was literally illegal. You know, it was against the law, and for you to change their mindset and say, oh, it's not only is it illegal, not only is it no longer illegal, but you know you're in the wrong for being anti-homosexual. They're obviously going to find it quite difficult. I mean, is it possible to unbrainwash someone? I'm not saying they were brainwashed, but well, let me just play this little clip of an interview that Dr. Is it Shu Lee or Lee Shu Lee done with The Sun?
Suspect that after...
Oh no, it wasn't. This must have been a question afterwards. Let's have a look.
This case, after the reports that we have filed, etc., and all the information comes out, it's a possibility that there might be lawsuits brought against certain individuals. As far as
lawsuits brought against certain individuals. So about lawsuits, so this is going to be part of the resistance as to not to turn things over, because the media has brainwashed everyone into thinking she's guilty. And let me just give you an example of someone quite vile. This was the Jeremy Vine show. Now, let me just add some extra info here. This video here is I guess she's Carol Maloney. it seems to be women. I don't know why, but this was after the press conference. Okay, and I literally I haven't. I'm just choosing someone somewhere at random.
It has really upset me today to see papers running headlines saying not one single murder was committed. How the hell do they know? Because appeal court judges have been quite clear. Appeal court judges said recently that they ruled that the medical and expert evidence was not the major issue. And they said the circumstantial evidence taken in with the medical evidence and looked at in total by the jury was what she was talking about.
And no matter what anyone said to this woman, I mean, this is her reaction to the news conference, and she had allegedly come on the show to discuss this news conference. She insists that she did watch it, but obviously it just went through one ear out the other. Now, what I'm saying about the lawsuits and about the Homosexuality Act and elderly people still, quite often having a negative view of homosexuals. How overnight can you change this woman's mind when even when presented with the evidence, for some it's like coming off of a drug or something, and they're having these violent withdrawal reactions to no longer being intoxicated or something, and lashing out. Imagine, okay, if Lucy got legally cleared tomorrow, then anything if this woman carried on the way she was tomorrow, spewing this stuff, then I mean Lucy would be able to sue her if she continued. I mean, and so are people like this going to keep their mouths shut after Lucy's cleared? And I think that's going to be one of the hurdles, and why the government and the justice system are going to be so resistant as to block the exoneration. I think they feel they're going to have to try and maybe they'll only partially, I don't know what they're going to do, but that it's going to be a hurdle to go from. I mean, they've spent so long brainwashing everyone, and then to suddenly have to wake everyone up. Yes, a lot of red pills were dished out with that news conference. In fact, they practically put red pills in the water supply and woke so many people up that the tide is going to turn so quickly. But for those like this woman, I don't know. I think that is the hurdle. It's going to be a real problem for people like this, and people like obviously like Liz Hull, where their brain literally doesn't want to accept reality. They've taken the blue pill. They don't want to accept anything, and they're going to lash out. So I'm not quite sure what the solution is.